Hello, friends. Hello, hello. We are live. We are live from Los Angeles, California, Long Beach to be exact. I'm about to walk into my interview with Roadium Radio. I'm gonna let y'all come in. I'm gonna hand you off to one of my friends here, and we're gonna get it started, okay? So let's go.
Walk, my friend.
Hold on, guys.
And cut. Can't flip it.
Hey, Smooth. Hey, Tug. Okay.
Can't flip it.
You can flip it right there.
Are you live?
And then just put it, yeah. Ready? Where is it exactly? It's gonna be this corner.
Yeah, nobody wants to talk. Nobody wants to do. What, delivery? Which house is it? I thought it was over there. You sure? Just.
Wait.
I thought it was right there somewhere. That orange building. I thought it was the orange building over there. Just say your socials and everything.
Oh, yes.
Rev. What, the mosquitoes? Start swinging at them motherfuckers. Wrong house.
Okay.
Wrong house, run!
Okay.
Yeah, it's right there. up, brother? How you doing? Nice to meet you.
This is my stylist.
Everybody like that.
How you doing?
Come on.
This is my makeup artist. This is Bella. She's a rapper too. This is Bella, guys. She's a rapper. I mean,
How you doing?
Go ahead.
That's like their song.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you? That's what it is in our plan. Start doing other
Oh my god.
I'm gonna throw that shit up. Get some crazy shots.
Well, because their grandparents probably think they have to live in Dominican Republic. And Belize it. Kind of like She didn't want to dress up like that. I know.
What, the mosquito?
Yeah, I do.
Right, look, touch my arm right there. Right there.
Oh my god. Junior.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine is.
all over here, look, all this right here, all fucked up.
You know when the when the, yeah, ready?
Bro.
Yeah, you spray a little bit. You got ammonia in it and you stuff it.
Also, if you burn it, supposedly it does. Well, not burn it, but like, you know, like heat it.
Yeah. Oh, she was there.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, play.
Hi, Norbert. Hi, I'm Anthony. Nice to meet you.
Pretty. I just did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they brought I mean, actually, I should get it.
What's his device?
Oh, no, I know that's my class.
What does it say device not connected? Oh, no, that's just because the camera.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, this is, yeah, one of them. Okay, so, let's see. We go here, all right, so should we go live or? Yes. Yeah. Remember. Hi, I'm Anthony. Nice to meet you. Hi.
We met before. How you doing,
Krystall Poppin. That's Blanca from Roadium.
Oh, how you doing? What's up, girl? I love your hair.
Oh, thank you. How you been?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. How was your trip down here?
It wasn't bad, honestly. Just 12 hours, but...
Driving?
Yeah.
Shoot, let me get
I've
the.
done it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you're ready to come
No,
to drive
yes,
for
sir.
our show.
Oh, for sure.
I wanna thank you guys on the show. All of you.
We have to. How many things together? Like 3 of us.
So let's do it. Let's do it. We'll talk later after you guys are all done. I just talked to Bella's manager. I had told Reverie too. Every single day she's booked for
Oh,
something.
yeah, she's looking busy.
Yeah. But I told her, but nice to finally meet you.
Hey, we've got a surprise today. We have a special guest. I miss you. I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm so proud of this. My homegirl Bella. Check her out. She raps. She's really dope.
Oh, talk to him or not?
Latina, representing California. Let's go.
What's up, friends? Russell, Jet, Victoria, Lawrence, Montego. Montego, thank you for the super chat. Mario, Crystal, Lil Vic, what's up? Elon, Olivia, hey. Mr. 24/7, look at the roost. B. Ryman,
What's up, Bella?
Chris Kelsey, Felon
How
915,
beautiful you are.
Cryptocurrency. How you doing? How you living? How you feeling, friends?
Okay.
Are you staying over the
CC
weekend?
guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I'm here. Yeah, it's all good. I'm here till Friday.
Till Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, you got something to do Saturday?
On Saturday, I have a show. I really wanted to stay for the
For
weekend.
takeover?
Yeah, dude, I wanted to stay, and I was like, damn.
I wish you
I'm gonna
could
grab
have.
Norbert a chair and I'm gonna sit right here, okay?
It's all good though. I'll be back. I think I have to be
Why
back.
don't you sit right here because I can start in the front of the other one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually prepared. Thank you. Yes.
I was about to get hot in here.
All the lights.
Rocio.
The Anglers. What?
You're gonna share angles with him.
Angles.
Don't be shy. I'm Blanca, by the way. Yeah, I'm around all the videographers, photographers. Actually run a company. Oh yeah? That's Rocio. She does and interviews. So we go like right now we're gonna do like a like it?
Oh, you're right.
Well, I'm Blanca. What was your name again? Sin. And your name?
Fresh.
Fresh.
Yesterday was a good
And that's Lucia.
Hey! It's a sign, girl.
Ooh, I like it already.
Oh my gosh, she was my favorite. Okay. For
Oh, there
sure. I think it's good. Yeah.
You're good with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to get better into like, telling stories and all that stuff.
You're still good.
That was your.
Well, that's mine. What is it? The name was it? Oh.
Yeah, that's what I said.
How much time we got? 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, I did dream, but I got told you dream.
It's not to take a month, so I'll go back. You have, get that still.
Thank you for looking at it. Sure.
You want me to bring that head down?
Oh yeah.
It's more opportunity now.
Sure, another chair. That's good, bro. I don't think that's good, bro. Just bring it
Yeah,
back.
I've been following her. Baby back critical.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, way before that.
Sorry.
I think I just started looking after her.
You look crazy. Some of you like,
Oh, one after another after another.
like what? You guys thought it was like. Oh, okay. Is that one live? Two? Oh, okay. I don't believe that. Is that now or? Yeah. You ever heard of that? Take a shot for me, girl. Yeah. All right.
Shot.
First time, like, I took a big hit. I don't know.
Depends on the other. Tony, you're gonna drink today?
Towards the end, I need to.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, that's not being up. We gotta make him think. Maybe if it's just exercise, and I could set up an show, and I could set up a Chicago show too, and probably Arizona too. Oh, yeah, I think oh, I think good, my good, yeah, Arizona, do you have a location? Probably, right? I have some people down, but I've never really seen it. It's all not like.
You guys, please put the phone on silent just in case. Everybody calm down.
There's always that one
Okay, no, but please
person.
tell them how far not to go, bro. For the camera.
Oh, yeah, first camera there.
This little area right here, please don't stand here. Today you'll be on the side.
Yeah, it's a good market. It's not a lot of money, but it's just a cool place. I did try to get out.
Hey,
I wanted her to go, but it's not like
hey,
this.
Nick, you plugged in.
I was like,
After.
after, okay. Is that her alcohol in there?
No, no, this is just
Oh, okay.
some new drink that I've been trying, but, after. No, but just put that there?
No, I added it.
Why?
Give it some, give it some clarity.
Okay, cool.
And that just looks
What?
And you're
Tony, that stripper, really? Where's the rest of them?
Damn.
I have no idea.
It's Barbie. We're celebrating Barbie.
Celebrating Barbie.
Oh, stripper Barbie.
Latina stripper Barbie.
Okay, we're just gonna have fun with this. We're gonna do a little quick recap. So the last time you guys were here.
Okay.
I don't know how long has it been?
It's been
Alright guys, I'm gonna need you guys
It's been
to
20
from that area.
either 2020 or 2021.
When did the area
Maybe 4 or 3 years.
Take the L on this.
Yeah.
Oh, now this is
Or just get up. You get up, sit over them.
okay. Yes, I'm super good. Because I mean, when they
You ain't recording yet, right? Mike, you ain't recording yet? So I can talk to her?
No,
No, you're good.
we got like a.
Couple minutes? Oh, for sure. I think you're gonna want to put it in front of you because I can't get a good shot from that way.
I can't. You should.
No, like you can't hold it like.
Give
Well, I can't get a good angle.
It's okay.
August 11th, 2021. August 11th.
2021.
Right, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, we're in August.
We're in August, exactly. No way. Full circle. Well, I guess I'm just gonna cheers, guys. Cheers. Before we start, we can.
Okay, let me know when we're ready, bro.
I don't want to commit to that.
Give me 15 minutes.
Okay, I can give you 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Who wants a shot?
Yes. Yes, please.
Everybody,
What's the shot?
before we go live, bro.
Due to circumstances,
Yes? Okay.
beyond anyone's control,
Okay, do.
Dr. Dre's in the motherfucking house.
Say with your chest.
I'll take a H2O shot.
You'll see, are you with me? ICE, are you with me?
There's a little something about a nigga like me. They never should have let me take from Steve. They like to play, don't shit take my time. Since I was a youth, I like to now I like the motherfucking movie. Find a change for two, that's what the hell I do. You don't like Tony A, well, fuck you, this is a game. And I'm finished. I can fuck you up in a minute with a right, left, right, make you say. When you see Tony A on the thing.
What episode? 312.
Wow, 312. That's crazy.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Fucking hot in here.
Okay, everybody come get your shot before we go live, guys. Hurry up, bro. Hurry up.
Fuck up.
Okay. 3, 2.
Wanna see another one?
Welcome back, everyone, to Roadium Radio episode 312. 312. I didn't even think I'd actually even make it to 50 episodes, but here we are. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who liked, commented, subscribed, everybody who shared, everybody who was waiting today, everybody who decided not to be on the live chat, everybody on the live chat, everybody who hit the like button, and everybody who hit the dislike button, because you guys are still watching. So much love and respect for everyone. Thank you to all of our members. Other than that, you know, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. I really don't have much to say other than to introduce Krystall Poppin and Revelry.
What's up?
How you doing?
Yes.
You know what? I'm glad you guys are here. I know somebody is absent. Do you guys mind filling us in? Let's jump right into it.
Sure. So Jenny couldn't make it. She's having some health complications, and she didn't feel good. She was thinking about going to the emergency room, so she had to go home.
Okay, you gonna give me another one?
So I hope she's okay, and I hope everything works out.
Okay, then maybe we can set it up, or maybe she's able to come, maybe in the future, and we could get, an interview with her.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
ask her.
that'd be dope. You know, before we get into the song, because I really wanna talk about the song, you know, I thought it was dope as far as, you know, the collab and everything, and people thought it was dope. And then you also had the naysayers, the people that were going around,
Oh yeah. Of
you know.
course.
But I also eventually wanna get into, cause you released a video,
Yeah.
you know, and I wanna talk about that eventually. But other than that, for people that are just tuning in, who are really getting to know Reverie and Krystall Poppin, let's give them a quick little recap, if you will. You're no stranger to Roadium Radio. You've been here maybe 3 or 4 times, you know. And I think we even interviewed you at To Live and Die in LA.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. And Krystall, I know it was August 11th, 2021.
Yeah.
So 2 years.
Yeah, on the dot. That's
Yes.
crazy.
It's been 2 years since you were here. You were here with GT Garden.
Yes.
Yes.
GT.
By the way, how's he doing?
I'm sorry?
How's he doing?
Oh, he's doing great.
That's
Yeah, we released a mixtape not too long ago. You know,
Okay.
We're still in the studio together and stuff.
That'll
working
work.
and stuff.
That'll work. So Reverie, once again, just to give us a quick, in a nutshell, where originally are you from? Where did you grow up at?
I was born and raised in Northeast Los Angeles, in Highland Park.
Okay, and then from there, grew up and then just moved on and,
Well, so then I lived there my whole childhood, and when I was 18, I moved to Seattle with my mom because my brother Loudon, he was getting out of juvenile hall after he served a year. My brothers have 2 brothers that were from the same parents that grew up in the same household. They were both in and out of juvenile hall for like years, and then the year before my brother was going to turn 18, he got caught with a 12-gauge shotgun, and
Wow.
he got sentenced to a year in camp. So he decided he wanted to change his life when he got out, and we moved to Seattle, and we didn't know anybody. It was just me, my brother, and my mom, and I went to support my brother.
wow. And about how old were you when you moved to Seattle?
I was 18, I was about to turn 19.
You know, as many times you've been here, I don't think you've ever shared that part.
Yeah, it's an interesting part of my story. Even like talking about it right now, like it took me back to there. Like
Yeah.
I'm so glad that my brother and I really turned our lives around, because it was a really crazy period for my whole family, you know.
Yeah. Krystall,
Oh wait, but I was only there for a couple years.
just for a couple of years? Okay, then you decided to come back?
Yeah.
And live here?
So I've been home for like 10 years now.
That's dope. That's a beautiful story when you're able to turn your life around.
Yeah.
You know, and be able to share your testimony and be an encouragement for people that are probably going through possibly similar things to what you were going through.
Yeah, and I was doing all the same things my brothers were. I just didn't get caught. I don't know how, but yeah, I'm very, very blessed to be
That's a
here.
good thing, because I did a lot of things that I didn't get caught for. So I'm thankful.
Yeah,
You know
me
what I'm saying?
too.
You know, so Krystall, tell us originally, where are you from?
Originally from Central El Paso, Texas, baby.
Born and raised there?
Born and raised. Honestly, I didn't leave the city at all. My family never took vacations and stuff. I probably went on like one vacation. I was like 8 years old. You know, we went to go see some family in San Antonio. So we didn't even leave the state. You know what I mean? Other than that, I went to Juarez a lot. Like
Okay.
right there across the border. Other than that, I really didn't leave town. You know, I spent most of my life there.
Now, I know you live, if I'm correct, in Hollywood?
Yeah, when I lived over here. Yeah, when I finally moved over here.
Okay, so you moved out to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Now, for people that may not have seen your first interview,
Yeah.
what made you move to Hollywood and not maybe like downtown, South Central, or Orange County?
Yes, I mean, you know, you hear, when you're not from here, you hear like, oh, like, oh, I was either like, oh, it's either downtown LA or Hollywood, you know, like, you know, it's just like, that's like what you think, you know what I mean? And then I feel like I wanted to be near everything, because a lot of people are also giving me advice, like, go to the outskirts, like live on the outs, you know, in the neighborhoods on the outskirts, it's cheaper, and like, you know, there are people giving me advice and stuff. And I was like, no, I want to be where the action is, you know? So like, I went straight to Hollywood when I got here, and I actually stayed in an Airbnb in Hollywood, and with a couple of friends. And we started like making moves, and I was just planning on like coming here for a little bit and then going back home. And after staying here for a little while, like a week or so or whatever, I was like, nah, like we need to stay here. So we ended up just like looking up apartments, and we never left. Like we ended up moving across the street from our Airbnb.
Oh,
Yeah, straight up, like you're
That's dope.
like right there. So I ended up moving over here. I was here for 1 year, and it was great. It was a crazy year. I did a lot. I saw a lot of the city. But at the end of the day, I just felt like I missed Texas a lot. You know what I mean? I missed my home. I missed my family, and so I decided to go back. So,
Okay.
but I visit LA and stuff. I haven't been to LA other than when we shot the video for our song. I haven't been here for a little minute before that. So I'm glad I'm back right now.
Oh, for some reason I thought you were still here, but I guess you're not.
No, I'm back in Texas.
Okay, okay. Now, let everybody know, what were your thoughts when you first saw Hollywood, what Hollywood was?
Oh, yeah, I didn't expect it. It was crazy because you think it's gonna be like a movie. You think it's gonna be a movie over there, and like when you see it, it's like, oh wow, like it's not like that, you know? Yeah, it's just like
Parts of it.
Yeah, parts of it for sure. Definitely where I was. You know what I mean? Like when I would walk out of the apartment in the morning, like it could be 8 in the morning, and then there's just like people like outside, like just
homeless?
yelling,
Oh.
yelling at the sky and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my god, like,
Welcome
it's
to LA.
crazy. Yeah,
Welcome
straight
to
up.
LA.
Straight up, and I was just like, and eventually got used to it.
Yeah.
At first, I was just like, oh no. And then after a while, I'd be this on my phone, headed to the grocery store, like passing people, and you get used to
Yeah.
it.
Right,
They don't bother you for the most part, you know what I mean? So, it was definitely an experience, I appreciated it though. I
Yeah,
appreciated
yeah.
everything that I learned, that I saw, for sure.
Well, what's your best advice for people that want to come and visit Hollywood for the first time?
Visit Hollywood?
Yeah, I want to come visit Hollywood. What should I expect?
I just want to say, don't have expectations. If anything, just keep an open mind and try to see as much as you can. There's some really cool like souvenir places that I feel like you can get some really cool like LA gear and stuff like that. But there's a lot to see. It's not really like, it's not like a movie. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
So it's not like a movie. You know, years ago, when I first went down to Times Square in New York, I was so in awe of the big ass screens, like humongous screens, like you're literally like looking like holy shit.
Yeah.
I think people expect that when they come to Hollywood.
Yeah.
Don't expect Disneyland.
Yeah, it's not Disneyland.
Yeah, I always tell people that, and usually when I take them, I go, you don't want to go during the day, let's go at night, and we just drive around. It's kind of possibly what you're imagining.
Right, more of
Yeah.
nighttime.
Then when we come back, you can see all the bums in the trash and all that shit. But other than that, don't expect Disneyland. So, Rev, give us a little bit, once again, before we jump into the song, like, when did you start taking this music career seriously, for the people that might not have seen your very first interview? And plus, I encourage everyone, please Google Reverie Roadium video, and it'll take you to our very, very first interview. She's been back ever since to Drinking with the Wizard, even though she didn't drink. And then she was back with, there was another one that we did, where you promoted your album. Okay, as a matter of fact, your album's up on the wall over there.
Oh, cool.
so,
my vinyls. Go get a vinyl on my website, reverielove.com.
Absolutely. So for people that may not have seen your interview, can you kind of share with us, when was it, what point in your life that you started taking this rap career seriously?
It was like 10 years ago. I want to say it was in 2013. I had been making music for a few years already, and I was starting to do little tiny shows, and I had been seeing other rappers getting booked for tours, like to open up for bigger artists. And I always thought to myself, like, oh, I'm doper than these people. Like, how come I'm not on tour? Like, I still had that entitlement attitude, like I had to learn, like, nobody owes you shit. I was like, I'm dope, I'm on. So then, like, one day it just clicked in my head, like, I've been waiting for like a year or two, thinking I'm so dope and I'm getting all these views on YouTube, but nobody's taking me on tour. I think I need to do it myself. Like, I just very quickly realized that, so I started booking my own tours, and that's really hard to do, especially from scratch. Nobody taught me how to do it. I just started, I'd go on Yelp and find ballet studios and yoga studios, because let's say if you want to rent a venue, it's at least $1,000 a night, and that's a really cheap one. But at the time, I was only pulling like 30 people, 50 people at a show, so I couldn't pay $1,000 for the venue. So I figured out that you could rent a ballet studio or yoga studio for like $25 an hour. So I rented for like 5 hours, and there had the venue for $125. And so that's how I did it. And I made the route, and we went to a few different states. I also booked the whole lineup. I rented the van. I paid for all the gas. I bought the equipment for the sound because we had to set up our own sound. I bought somebody for my merch. Loudon was the DJ, and it was just super indie. I remember I would get a motel room with like 2 beds, and there would be like 10 people sleeping, like all the tour, you know, in the one room, and people's home Christmas in the bathtub. I'll never forget. But it's just crazy, like. So that was about 10 years ago, but when I started making money from doing backyard shows, I'll do backyard shows like in Orange County and San Diego Valley and San Fernando Valley.
Backyard shows?
Yeah, whatever one of my fans said, can you do a show in my backyard? I said, I'm there. And we would charge like fucking $5, $10 at the door. And people would come, and I started making, I remember first I was making like $200, like after paying everything, and then it was like $500, and then it was like $1,000, and then it was like $1,500 profit, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm making money from this. Like people are actually coming to see me, and also another reason I started throwing my own shows is because I started getting ripped off by promoters.
Really?
I was a young artist. I didn't know any better, you know, and so
Can
I
you
started
kind
getting
of walk
ripped
us
off.
through a story possibly?
Yeah, for sure. There was this one guy I did a couple shows with, and the first time that he booked us, he said, oh, you get half the door. So let's say 30 people came. So then if everybody pays $10, there's $300. So then he gave me $150, right? But then the next time we had a show, the same thing would happen. But then he would say, oh, I actually have to pay the person at the door. Oh, I have to pay the DJ. Oh, they're saying you have to pay for all the people that are not 21. And then I was taking home like $50. And he did it to me like twice. And after the second time, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I think I could do this, what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're making me I'm the money. Yeah. I am the money. You know, so I said, I could get something like this. So that's when I started doing the backyard stuff. And once I saw that I was making a little bit of money, I said, oh, maybe I could do this for real. You know, by the time I was working at a weed dispensary, and I was living at my grandma's house. I'm very blessed because I was living at my grandma's house. I was paying like $200 for rent. And so it gave me like the opportunity to invest in myself, you know, because when I would get that $1,000 for the show or whatever, I could reinvest it into more merch, you know, and that's what I did in the beginning. But then I started making enough money to pay my rent and pay my car and pay for my groceries and my life in 2015. So it's been like 8 years. That's when I say it went to like my profession.
Wow.
Even though I was not a professional at the time, but it was my job. Now I consider myself to be a professional, but so it's been about 8 years that I've been paying my rent.
I'm gonna come back to you throwing your shows because I got something else I want to ask. But for you, Krystall, when did it start for you? When did you start taking this seriously? Like I think I can really do this.
So I started rapping like when I want to start rapping. That was in 2013. But in 2016, that's when I feel like that's when I took it serious. That's when I decided like I want to be a full-time artist. Like I want to make music for the rest of my life and stuff like that. Because that's when I like released my first project.
Yeah.
My first project, like I put it out in 2016, and that's when I feel like I started like putting out the most videos, and like fans were like I was starting to gain a fan base in like my city and stuff. So I want to say like around 2016, that's when I really feel like it was like happening. You know?
I remember when you were here, you said something and it stuck with me. You said, "Man, I think I'm just as good as some dudes."
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. And guys get mad at me for saying that. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, they would.
Yeah,
Not all
guys
guys,
get
but
mad.
the weak ones.
Yeah, no.
You're right.
Jesus
You're right.
Christ.
Yeah, and then there's just people in my city that guys like to this day that haven't done even a scratch of what I've done, like still want to go run around and tell my own team, I'm better than her. Why don't you work with me instead? And to this day, like I'm telling you, just recently happened again. Someone went up to my homie that's on my squad, and they were just like, I'm better than her. And it's just like, you haven't even left the city once. What are you talking about?
That's that entitlement.
Yeah, exactly. That's the perfect word, dude, because it's just like, what are you talking about? Like people don't even want to recognize what you have accomplished, and that's what makes me the most pissed off about it. You know, about people who do have the entitlement. It's like, what have you done to feel that way? You know?
For real. What have you done?
Okay, like for example, I started off DJing, right? Let's just say you're from Texas and you're a DJ. and you're saying, I can even keep up with dudes, okay? For me, and I know at one point I was a really, really good DJ, and I can name the people that I couldn't club with, which was probably like 2 guys. Everybody else I would have easily have tore up, or at least would have been awesome competition against them. Now, say I heard you say, I could hang with Tony A, and me knowing you're a female, I would be like, I think that's dope. Like, I
Because
think,
you're not a hater.
right, I think that she is dope.
Yeah.
Now, for me to say, fuck that bitch, she thinks she's hard, no, she is hard. You know, she is. So
That's hard.
I don't understand how a dude can hate on a female for saying something like that.
Yeah.
Like, bro, look, it's like I say, what does that say? That winners don't hate on losers. It's always losers that hate on winners.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and it's like the only reason why you feel that way is because you haven't done anything.
Yeah.
You know. Now let's talk a little bit about the entitlement, because you know what, I've had over 300 interviews here, and I see sometimes some of these artists that come in, and I do think they're talented, but it's that sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
You know, like for an example, after the show, they told me, hey, you know that so-and-so promoter? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, they get into their entitlement mode. You need to talk to that motherfucker. You need to tell him to stop booking me, bro, because my shit could be a hit if he just gives me a fucking choice. I'm just as best as this other guy you got to ask.
Yeah.
And then they start comparing themselves to other people,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm like, you know what, dude, it's your attitude. And I've always believed this, that you only go as far as your attitude.
Yeah.
You know, if you're just a jerk, nobody's gonna want you around, whether you're a male or female. But whether, you know, but when you're dope and you're humble, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And
a
it's
beautiful
crazy because I think like it's a sore spot specifically for men who do what we do. It's a sore spot for them when they see a female doing it successfully. I don't know why. But that's ugly.
It's giving mommy issues.
Yeah.
Mommy
yeah,
issues,
straight
wow.
up. And it's just like they hate so hard on them. You know what I mean? Like they'll
Wow.
come for us and it's just like you sound like an ex-rapper, you know?
Ah,
I
I
know.
never made it. I gave up other
Yeah.
dreams rapper.
Yeah.
Ray, have you ever had a dude try to go rap against you?
Like battle?
Yeah, like what's up? You think you're
Yeah.
hard?
Yeah, I've beat them all.
Let's go hard, y'all.
I've definitely battled people.
Really? Now, what about you, Krystall? You ever had a dude like, what's up?
Oh yeah, but I never answer them. Like I'm just like, nah. First of all, I'm rapping free, bro.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what I say now for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, you know what I mean. But and honestly, I just feel like what I do, just like you can't just come up to me and oh yeah, let me engage with you. You know what I mean? Like it's just not how it fucking works. Right?
Yeah. You know, it's just crazy though in the social media world, because again, when I DJed and I would go to clubs and DJ, and once people saw me scratching something, they wouldn't want to come up because they knew, okay, this guy knows his shit.
Yeah.
It's the same thing is that when somebody performs and they see him spin, they're like, okay, that motherfucker's hard. But behind a fake page in the social media world,
Oh yeah.
that's where all the haters come. And
Yeah, it's so easy to hate like that.
you know, yeah, it is. And I don't, and I never understood that.
Yeah.
You know, when I started my social media journey in 2017, when I first got on Instagram, and I would see the hate, I started hearing, fuck, this is really real. Like a grown man or a grown woman would take the time, because their life is so miserable, to make a fake page just to say something stupid, knowing damn well you're gonna get blocked, and then just to make another fake page, just to get like,
That's really sad.
wow, they got more
Sad
emails
life.
than Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
More what?
More emails than Hillary Clinton.
Oh my god.
It's just like, damn, I don't even have the time to make the accounts.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, you got time to make multiple accounts.
Bored.
Yeah.
That's more time.
Okay.
I'm really bored.
Now, you had mentioned earlier, Reverend, that you started booking your own shows. That you said at one point in my life I had that sense of entitlement,
Yeah.
and that I noticed that nobody was coming, if you will.
Yeah.
Nobody's booked me. Nobody, but yet you were getting all these views. Do you think it's somewhat the case today for a lot of artists that are probably are dope? Maybe they are getting the views on YouTube. Maybe they are getting the views on Instagram, but they're not doing no shows. They're not making any money. Do you think it could be that about these artists?
You mean the people that write the comments?
No, no, like for an example, say I'm an artist and I'm getting the views. I got 50K subscribers and on YouTube, and I got 54,000 on Instagram, and everybody seems to like my music. It looks like I have a following, but yeah, nobody's booking me.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? What do you
They
think?
got clout.
Yeah, like what do you think what do you think is wrong with me? Like, is it the sense of entitlement? Is it maybe I'm not that dope?
I would say if you think that you can pull more than 30 people at a show, you should definitely try to make it happen.
Okay.
Regardless, and when you're only bringing 30 people to your show, don't feel entitled like anybody needs to pay you anything. Like, be
Yes.
grateful that somebody's letting you use their bar for free, and you can ask for 20% of the bar for all the guests, and charge everybody $10 to get in, whatever. And then you make a little bit of bread yourself. Like,
Right.
I don't know if I would say that everybody who's not getting booked in that situation is entitled, because it's also like somebody has to educate you on these things, you know? Like, I don't know how or why it popped in my head that I should just do it myself. I
Right.
don't know, I guess I just
You're
wanted
a
to do
hustler.
it. Yeah, I'm a hustler.
Yeah.
But you know, people need to hear that. So if anybody out there, if you think you can pull 30 people, even 20 people, honestly, if you think you can pull 20 people to a show, find a bar that will let you set up for free, and they probably have a house DJ on a
Right.
Friday night, and you could bring that. Just tell them I'll bring 20 people, and everybody who's not here for the show, just let them in the bar anyway, and
Yeah.
20% of the bar, and that's how you start. You have to start small.
Yes.
The problem is that people want to like blow up overnight because they see like one person, they see the 10 viral people of the year. So they think, oh, I'm gonna be that viral person. You're not gonna be that person. You will not be that person. Don't ever count on that. It's a stupid plan. Unless you want to do crazy shit like 6ix9ine or the Island Boys, you know, if you're down with all that, then, you know, be my guest. And you better hop on the train soon, because pretty soon everybody's going to be doing that, and you're not going to stand out anymore. And that's not going to be a good way to pop off anymore, you know? But with everybody else, you got to start small. You can't, don't invest $5,000 into your first album. That's ridiculous. Don't invest $5,000 into your first setup to record yourself. Don't invest $5,000 in your first music video. Don't invest that much money in anything that you haven't even made $100 out of, or $1,000 even. You have to start really small. I feel like people, if you dive in too much and you invest too much, when it fails, it's gonna be a big hit, and that's really discouraging.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta start like really small, and then you have to keep in mind that you're gonna lose and get knocked down so many times over and over and over in so many different ways. And if you are not good at losing, don't even start trying to succeed making music. Just stick to it for fun, like, period. Because you have to be good at losing.
Don't quit your day job.
Don't quit your day job if you can't lose. Yeah.
Straight up.
You lose. I lose every week. You know.
Wow. Now, Krystall, when you started getting booked and you started traveling, that must have been a really good feeling, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
because you started, you said in, if I'm correct, El Paso, and then, you know, you started building your fan base, and then you get a call, hey, we need you to come perform here, or hey, they want you to come to county, or hey, that is a really good feeling, okay? Now, the reason why I brought that up is because I remember I was like 22 years old, and my manager was booking me, hey, I got you to go to Germany. I think I'm gonna share this with you when you were here. It's a 10-day DJ tour. They want you to go out there. They want you to go to, he had me for Japan, he had me for Australia and Canada. And you know what I said?
Right.
How long is the flight? Oh, it's like about 13, 14 hours, maybe next time. And I turned them all down, honestly. Now,
Crazy tour from Europe to Japan and Australia.
yes,
It's like all the markets.
yeah. So, here's,
Oh, that's a big opportunity.
yeah, here's what I wanna share, that if you're an artist, whether you're a DJ, rapper, producer, and they book you to go to these places, definitely take them, because let me tell you something. I'm 55 years old now, and I live with that I should have went, because those offers never came back around.
Oh, yeah.
They
Sometimes
never,
they don't.
yeah, so I could have been out there in my 20s, but it just never happened, you know? So, how far has this music thing taken you? Obviously, I know you wanna go farther, you know, but how far has this thing taken you? Where, like, are you happy with your career right now, or is there something more that Krystall Poppin wants?
Oh, I want the world. You know what I mean? I haven't even touched the world yet. I think I've definitely gone all around the U.S. from coast to coast, every coast for sure. And the farthest I've been away from the U.S. is Mexico City. But I want to go overseas. Like I want to do places like Europe where Reds are already like
Yeah.
got her stake in there, you know what I mean? I wanna go to Japan, I wanna go see the world because of music.
Yes.
I don't wanna be like, oh, I paid for a vacation, I'm just gonna chill over there, which is nice, you know what I mean? But I wanna go see those places because music brought me there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
Reb, how many times, for our viewers, if you can recall, have you been to Europe?
I've been to Europe 19 times. I got paid to go to Europe to perform 19 times.
19 times.
Yes. I just came back like less than a week ago.
Yeah, you just
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm
I
gonna
saw
go again in October.
that. Awesome.
Yeah.
That'll be 20 times.
20 times. In 10 years. In
But you-
October will be 10 years I've been going out there and 20 times.
You definitely take good footage. I've been listening.
Thank you.
Like,
I try to capture my journey, you know, for my
No,
fans and
it-
my family and my loved ones.
No, it's really, really dope. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna bring this up because it's on your page. The other day I wake up and the first
Oh
thing,
God, when people pull with
I wake up and it was, I get on my Instagram and I looked and I see Reverie's Nalgas.
Yeah, that was a good morning. Subscribe to my OnlyFans, the link is in my bio. I don't do porn, I don't do nudes, and I'm not sorry about that, but if you want to see me in lingerie, go ahead.
Yeah, you look at the camera, then you turn around, I'm like, hey, wait. Oh.
You're welcome.
So like, how, if you don't mind me asking, how was the OnlyFans thing going for you? How long have you been doing that now?
It's been 3 years, since 2020.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going good, it's going really good. Yeah, I'm still doing it.
Krystall Poppin, do you have an OnlyFans for our fans?
I do not.
Okay. But I know I seen you in bathing suits. You're doing the bathing suit.
Oh yeah, I do sell bikinis, guys. So if you want to hop on my bikinis, you know what I mean. They're called Simply Poppin. So
Okay.
come through, come through. Yeah, I just sent Rev and Jenny so you're gonna see them on there real soon.
Real soon. Next week.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. See, like you released a video where you're wearing a bikini, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Okay. Now, have you ever thought about maybe saving that just for OnlyFans?
I mean, I just don't want one.
Okay.
That's really all it is.
Right.
Like I just don't want it, you know?
Do people make good money off of them? For OnlyFans?
I'm assuming.
It depends on how big your fan base is, and it also depends on how much work you put into it, you know, and how good you are at providing a service. Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know they have an Only Feet. You ever heard of that?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I've heard about people selling feet and stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
It's funny. I've had a girl that DM me and she was like, "Hey, can I ask you something?" And I was like, "Sure. Do you like stinky feet?" And then I said, "Okay, I'm not sure where you're going with this question."
Like, hold up, where's this going?
Yeah. Well, this girl told me that guys have been asking her, "Can you sell me like your socks after you worn them like all day?"
Oh my god.
Yeah, because they want the pheromones.
Oh my goodness.
Is that what that is? He was talking about that.
He's like,
Yeah, that's what it is.
The pheromones.
The pheromones.
You know, that was the first time that I actually ever heard that word. This is like, use or don't be so. I didn't know what that is. What is it? Okay, let's move
It's
on.
a fetish. Everybody has their thing.
Right. Definitely.
All right. Okay, now, Krystall, I saw you in an interview where you said you like big boys.
Oh yeah.
I like big boys that can out loud.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, describe to us a big boy.
A big boy is a big boy is a man who's fluffy. He's got
Okay.
fluff and it jiggles, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I like. I don't want the muscles because there's a lot of buff guys who are getting confused. They're like,
Hold on, she needs to clarify
that's
right
not what I'm
here.
talking about. Okay, so like if you got muscles and you're tough, that's not my vibe, you know? Like,
Okay.
I want to be able to squeeze you because, like, you're my, like,
Aw.
stress ball, you know what I mean?
Aw.
Like, you just give me, like, you take all the stress away from me when I squeeze you. And I like to, like, I don't know, like.
La lonja.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then cuddling and bed is the best. It's just like, I don't know, I love it.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I know you were saying something about a video shoot. I'm looking for a big boy to be in my
Oh,
video.
yeah,
Did you
yeah.
find him?
I think I did. I think I did.
Okay,
He's actually going to be, I haven't even announced it, so it's the first time I'm talking about it here.
okay.
I wanted someone from El Paso because I wanted someone close, but I actually found someone from Las Cruces, which is like our sister city, like 30
Okay.
minutes away, which is perfect, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to like root for the home team.
Oh,
You know what I mean? But then like still show everyone like, look, like this is what I'm about, you know what I'm saying? Like straight up. The funny thing is like I didn't expect any of that to like pop or go viral, like be a thing. I didn't like force that. Like I would just tweet about it on some like random stuff, you know, like it'd be the morning time and I'm like, let me shout out the big boys. You know, like good morning to only the big boys. Like just on some, you know, just genuinely how I felt at the moment. And then when I got interviewed on L Street, he got wind of it. Like he caught wind of that of my tweets, and I didn't even know he had seen my Twitter. And then he brought up that question. He was just like, so I heard you like big boys, and I was like, who told you that? You know what I mean? So I just want everyone to know, like, it didn't come from some like angle, you know, like it really came from a genuine place. Like that's just the truth. And everyone calls me like a liar and stuff, and I'm just like, I can see why you call me a liar, but just throughout my life, the big boys have been the nicest men to me, honestly. Like they have been the sweetest. In high school, they were the dopest people to me.
Right.
And me, I also love to eat. I love to snack. You know, like that's why I have to work out. Because if I don't, I'll go the other way. You know what I mean? So like, I like to be fit. I like to be, you know, in shape and stuff. But like, I just like I love like hanging out with someone who loves to eat. And like let's go grub. Grub is my favorite word. You know what I mean? Like let's go grub. Like like you want the wings and the fries. And like, you know, like I like that. And it's not the healthiest, and I'm so sorry. And I know I need to promote health. You know what I mean? Yes, for sure. I understand eventually. You know, but I'm gonna enjoy what I can, and I want to enjoy it with someone who loves to do that. You know what I mean?
Just in case a big boy's watching,
Yeah.
Does he have to be tall or short, or does it matter?
I don't care about height. You know what I mean? It's more because I've been around so many jerks and just people who just so people that just like mistreat me, you know what I mean, make me feel dumb for liking them. I hate that when someone makes you feel dumb for liking you. You know what I mean? I hate that. So it's really like how you treat me, you know what I mean?
Can you elaborate a little bit? Like they make you feel dumb for liking them.
Yeah.
So you genuinely like them.
Yeah.
So now they're going out of their way to try to make you feel dumb about it?
Yeah, like.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, like when you're letting them know you like them, then they make you feel like, oh, it's not like that, shorty. Or like, you know what I mean? Or just like blow you off a little when you show a little too much interest, or like, you know what I mean? And then when it doesn't work out later on, they're talking to their boys about you, like, oh, yeah, I got her. And like, you're making fun of the fact that I liked you, you know what I mean? Like, why? That's terrible.
Yeah,
like, why?
that's really.
I'm my bad for liking you, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that ain't
I don't know, yeah.
Remy,
I've been through some terrible people.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
If I could drop names anyways. Reverie, if I can ask you, what's your type if you have any?
I just want to say that I want to get married and have a family, and I want to have a healthy family
Awesome.
that eats well and has open conversations and good communication and no drinking problems or drug problems and no yelling or cussing in the house, and unless we're fucking around, you know. But I'm trying to break like all the toxic cycles that have been passed down in my family. Like on my mom's side, my family is like full of single mothers. Like everybody's a single mother. Everybody, yeah. And so, and there's also like all kinds of abuse, you know, drug abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, and I just don't want to carry that on. So I'm like taking that very seriously because when I have a family, I want to do the best that I can for my kids, and what I realize is that I want to provide them a really good life so that they can grow up to one day be without me and then be straight, you know?
Yeah.
It just really means a lot to me. Like I see a lot of kids being brought into the world and they have to exist in those toxic environments, and I was one of those kids, you know, and I know how that felt, and I want to play my cards right so that when I have a family, it's not going to be like that. Like that's something that I promised to myself and my future kids and my future husband. Like I'm not about that drama, like toxic shit, like people like to fuck around about being toxic and all this.
Right.
Like I'm not down with that. Like I'm not. If I see like toxic things happening or red flags popping up, like I'm done. I've been single for 5 years,
Yeah.
Tony. So I'm like really like very picky and I'm just waiting for the right person to meet that criteria. And if it's not that, then I'll wait and I will.
That's a good thing that you're waiting and you're being picky because, like what you said, I feel for you. You said, you know, my bad for liking you. I think that's kind of really fucked up, but oh well, you know what? Your loss. You know what I'm saying? Their loss.
It is their loss at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Always,
Yeah.
always. Especially when you're genuine and you had your best interest for it, you put your best
Yeah,
interest for
yeah.
it, like you know your heart on your sleeve and stuff, and they turned around and like messed all that up. You know,
Mhm.
like, it's always gonna be the loss.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Reverie, I need to get into this because you said it and you made a video and
Oh God, what's next?
you made a video and you said, you know what? Now, I want you to, I'm gonna paraphrase your quote, I guess, and then you can correct me, okay? And then I would like you to chime in on this one as well. You said, Raza hates on Raza. Remember that video? Okay, and a lot of people reposted that.
A lot of people reposted it.
Yes. Now, can you kind of, what motivated you to make that video?
I'll tell you what motivated me. So shouts to the pool community. They featured us on their page, and also you and Harfu. They featured us on their pages
Wow.
for our song "Back Into It" with myself, Krystall Poppin, and J69.
Yes.
And the comments were just going crazy with people talking shit, you know. And it's like every time that I get featured on these school pages, it's literally like half the comments are people talking shit, you know.
Right.
And I just decided to speak on it because it needs to be said that if you're brown skin, your biggest hater is gonna be other brown skinned people. You know, like that's just how it is. And I think that needs to change, and I think that artists need to speak on it because there's a whole culture right now growing of people like that, you know, and they think like it's cool to tear other people down, but it's not, you know, like you're
Right.
holding the community back. Imagine if all those people that said, oh, fuck these whores, they suck at rapping and they don't even write their own bars. Imagine if they shared the post instead. Like how much more the good energy can go out there, how much more, because this is what people don't understand, like, we're Latina MCs, so everything we do, it's for the community, it's representing us, you know, so, and even if we don't get to where we wanna be in this lifetime, we're setting it up so that the next generation can get a little farther than us. Just like the people that we grew up listening to, the Latinos that we grew up listening to, a lot of them didn't, none of them really made it like to Jay-Z level, you know, like, but they made it like a little bit, you know, and then our generation's taking a little bit more and a little bit more, so that, I mean, hopefully this generation, there's gonna be, start being
Yeah.
more Latinos on the radio, but if not, then it's gonna be the next generation, you know, so.
Yeah.
Point being, it's important that we all share things like within our community because we're opening the doors for the future generations.
Yeah.
And especially if you like hip hop, if you're listening to hip hop and you're Latino, you really need to think about what I just said. Yeah, because that's real shit. Like it's beyond you, it's beyond me, it's beyond everybody in this room. Everyone here right now that's supporting, we're setting up the future generations that our kids and our grandkids that are gonna listen to hip hop and love it the way we do. We're setting them up right now. So I just think that that was like the inspiration behind that.
Okay. When you watched that, if you did watch it, what were your thoughts on that?
And I knew why she did it automatically because I saw that all those comments coming in, and I was like, oh man, and then Red speaks her mind, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
That's one thing I
as soon
really
as I
like
saw
about
it,
her.
yeah, I love that about you. for
Thank
real.
you.
But as soon as I saw it, I agreed. I agreed because we don't get behind our own people. You know, we're so quick to be like supporting this rapper and this
Yeah.
artist and this business and this shop, and it's not ours. It's not of our
Mhm.
own. You know what I mean? And it's just
Yeah.
like, where do we expect to go? You know, there's so
Right.
many other types of people that support each other, and they go so far. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like, why can't we recognize that, and we need to do that for each other. For real.
You know, growing up, and hip hop was still fairly new in the early '80s. There was a girl named the Real Roxanne. I believe she was Puerto Rican. Then there was Roxanne Shante.
Oh, she's so sick.
Yeah. Then there was a girl named Sweet Tea, Salt and Pepper. And right now, those are the only four that are coming to me. Okay. And the only female DJ that I had ever heard was a girl named Spinderella. She used to DJ for Salt and Pepper. Okay, so to me, I was like, okay, we got one girl DJ. I didn't care that she was black, but that's what I was into, DJing. And then I said, okay, we got a few girls. But me, as a lover of the hip hop culture, we need more.
Yeah,
We need
way
more.
more.
And then now that we have more, who the fuck are these fucking whores? Like honestly, like, is your life that fucking bad that you have to, like, you know, fuck these hoes, you fucking can't rap, you, and probably didn't even listen to the shit.
Yeah, definitely not.
Didn't.
Just went in there just to talk shit.
They did it because it was the fucking cover art.
Yeah.
It was the fucking cover art, and they were
Yeah.
already saying all those things.
Yeah, straight up. And the funny thing is, to me, the song is sick as fuck.
It
You know
is
what I
sick as
mean?
fuck.
There's
Don't stream it, everybody.
There's so many dope ass moments in that song that you don't even realize if you're just going in there to hate. Like, there's so many elements happening at once in that song that if you really went and listened to it and paid attention to what we did and what we put together, you would actually appreciate how much thought went into that song. You know, and video.
If you guys had to guess, and started with River, if you guys had to just guess, why do you think they went under just to hate? Well, like, if you just have, again, just to guess, like, okay, Tony, why would that motherfucker say some dumb shit like that? You know?
I would say that it's the same as in real life, because, you know, sometimes in real life, I know you have had many people along your life that they're just always bitches. They're just always assholes every time you see them. And you try not to take it personal because you know they're an asshole with everybody they meet. But you also know that this person is very unhappy in many areas of their life.
Very
and
true.
that's why they walk around like that. It never fails. You're never gonna meet a person who has a great life and loves their house and their career and is healthy that acts like that. It's always people that are very unhealthy, mentally, you know. And
Yeah.
so I would say it's the same thing online. Like if these people are here talking shit, they're just trying to let out their stress somewhere, and because they're unhappy, you know, where it's like that person that's like rude to the waiter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what do you mean? I didn't ask for a bottle of water. I wanted a cup with ice. But it's like, well, you don't need to talk to that person like that, and the poor waiter has to endure this for fucking $20 an hour, you know, and it's really just because this person is having an affair and hates his wife, but has 4 kids and doesn't want to leave, and wants to quit his job, but he has 4 kids and a wife, you know, and it's just like people sometimes they'll find somewhere to take their problem out on it, but you know, and it's the internet is all day you can take your problems out on so many people behind a fake profile, you know, and that's my theory.
If you had to guess, why they go on and just leave some disrespectful, hateful ass comments?
Aside from them hating themselves, I think another thing is that us Latinos don't think something's cool until everyone thinks it's cool.
Very true.
You know what I mean? It's just like, oh no, I can't support her because she's not, everyone doesn't say she's popular. You know what I mean? And then, oh, when someone does, like, oh wow, like they're getting on this and that's happening, let me follow, let me start showing love. Like, now they need to see me now. And it's just like, you could have been here this whole time. You know, I'm still grinding as hard as I was last year. You know, you could have been supporting me this whole time, but because I wasn't popping or it wasn't popular to like me, like you weren't supporting it. Like, why not be the first person to support something?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, or give something a chance. And just because you see, a lot of times, just because it's a Latino doing it, I won't listen to it. Or just because it's a female, I won't fuck with it. Like, a lot of people have actually told me in the DMs online, like, oh, she's actually dope, but I'll never bump her shit because she's a bitch. Like, because it's a female. You know, simply because I'm a female. Like, they literally said, her music's actually dope, but I'll never bump it because she's a female. Like, damn, bro, are you serious? Like, listen to your reasons right
Maybe
now.
it's because you're doing it better.
You see?
For sure.
No, I'm just being honest.
Better than they can.
Yeah, there's stuff.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But we gotta get out of that. We gotta get out of the bandwagon mentality. You know what I mean?
And that's why I like talking about it, because some people really do need to wake up, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I rarely go on my YouTube comments. Rarely. But every once in a while, if I just happen to be fucking bored, or there's a commercial for a movie that I'm watching, I'll look right here, and it's the same weenie. This show sucks, this show's boring, you're old, you need to revamp your shit. Every week, but they're watching.
He's watching.
And I'm like, wow, this guy really likes me.
He's a fan. He's a
He's a
complete
fan.
fan.
Yes,
He's a fan.
yes.
That's real.
Now here's a real question. Have you ever met a hater in person?
Met a hater in person?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's real different when they see me in person.
So have you had somebody, the way they approach you in comments, you fucking suck?
Hell no, the bitches look the other way. That's what they fucking did, and one of them I beat their fucking ass.
Ooh.
No shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Wanna walk us through that?
I'll tell you the story. The story time. So there was this girl. I started off 10 years ago, right?
Yes.
So at the time, I started off on a small scene, and everybody knows each other in a small scene when you're starting out, you know. And there was one female who everybody told me, oh, watch out for her. She's crazy. She has drama with everybody, blah blah. And I said okay, and back then I was really young in my early 20s, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna meet her for myself. I'll make my own judgment, you know,
Yeah.
like that mentality. Which sometimes it's good to do that, but sometimes when everybody tells you there's a red flag right there, you better consider it to
Yeah.
see if maybe it's a red flag. Anyway, so we were just cool online or whatever, and we hung out one time just like to party or whatever, and then a little bit later, somebody told me, oh, so-and-so is saying that she wrote your music.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, that's weird. But then I didn't believe it because it was just one person. Because, you know, one other thing I've learned in life is that sometimes people will lie.
They will fucking
They'll say,
lie.
oh, he said that about you, but he didn't say that about you. This person doesn't like that person, and he didn't want you to like him. So I knew that by then. So then another person that wasn't connected to that person told me the same thing. And then I was like, wait a minute. And then another person who wasn't connected with either of these people told me she was saying that about me.
No.
And then I was like, okay, it's real then, you know?
Oh my god.
And then next thing you know, she did like this interview, and she said on the interview that she wrote my lyrics, that she wrote my greatest hits. If you and you could see, because if you watch a Reverie music video, you could see that Reverie always looks down at the floor because she's reading off of a prompter because she doesn't know her lyrics, so she didn't write them because I wrote them.
What?
That's what she was saying about me.
hell?
And then
Oh
she was
my-
saying that
that's
I
so
leaked her
crazy.
porno tape. And then she was saying like I forgot all the other weird things that she said about me.
Weird.
And I was like, all right, like bet, you know.
Yeah.
And then I must have told her something online or something. Oh, and then she said she was I got booked for the show, and then she got booked under me, of course. And then she, I guess I think she sent me a message. I don't know. This was a few years ago.
Yeah.
She sent me a message like, "Oh, watch at the show. Like it's finally gonna go down." I was like, "All right, for sure. Like let's go," you know. But I told the promoter because he's my friend, okay, and I didn't want to make a drama at his show because he's my homie. And so I told him, just so you know, she said this about me, and if she starts something, I'm gonna go, you know. And then he kicked her off the show, and so she didn't go to the show. And then I saw her another time when I did a show, and then after my performance, I went to my booth, and there was like a long line of people to meet me. And she like walked by in the back, and I saw the line, and like nobody has a picture for her, you know. And so I was like, I won already, you know. And then a few months later, or maybe even been a year or two later, I saw her at the show. I was an opener on this show for somebody who was going for a group that was bigger than me. And I saw her there because she was like, fucking some girl that was there. And then, I told my homie, I was like, oh, that bitch is here. And then I was like, I'm not gonna do anything though because I have to be professional, you know. And this was a few years ago, and it was not like who I am now. So I was like, I need to make a good impression. It's my first time opening up for these people. They're big people. I just don't want to like make a bad impression of myself, you know. And so I was like, I'm not gonna do anything. And then next thing you know, she fucking walks by me in the venue, and you know, like when you're gonna walk by somebody and you move. She didn't move, and she went like that, all crazy. And I turned around, and I was like, "What's up, bitch? You fucking pushed me?" And then she like kept walking like all fast, and I was like so heated, you know. And then I did my set, and I forgot who I was with, one of my homegirls, and I was like, "You guys, like, if I see her outside, I'm gonna beat her fucking ass. Like, mark my words. Like, let's see how she acts outside."
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we're going to the car, and I saw her outside, not in front of anybody, and I ran across the street. And then she was like, it was in Hollywood. It was at the Whiskey a Go-Go, I think, and across the street is like the Hustler place. And there's like a wheelchair ramp right there. So there's like, between the sidewalk and the door, there's like bars, okay? Like railing for a wheelchair or whatever. And so basically I couldn't walk right up to her. Like it was like probably like maybe from here to where you are, like pretty close. And I was like, oh, what's up, bitch? You wanna fucking push me in there? You wanna talk all this shit about me? Let's go, fucking right now, you know? And then the bitch that she was with, she's like, no, let's go. And then she was like, put her head down, and she started walking away. I was like, yeah, that's right, you stupid bitch, blah, blah. And I was like saying all these crazy things. And I was like, yeah, that's why you fucked everybody in the scene and never got anywhere, bitch. And she was like one of those, you know, and still didn't get anywhere. And anyways, and then whatever. And then I was just like finally walking away. And when she gets to the corner, she turns around and she's like, fuck you, Emily!
Oh, no, she's far.
Yeah, and I was like, no. And then I started running towards her and they ran, her and the bitch ran. But then, so after that, I was like trying to shake it off. I was heated, you know, I thought I was gonna get in a fight. And then we're like packing the car with my merch. And next thing you know, they roll up in their car. And then, I'll never forget her face. She's like, what's up now, bitch?
Like that?
Like yeah, like a little bit like, you know, like tough. And I put the fucking merch and I was like, what's up now, bitch? Get out the fucking car. And then her face was like she was like, oh shit, like she
Thought you were gonna back down.
Yeah, like she was like, oh no, like it's really gonna happen. And then she got out the car and we started squabbling and I fucked her up. And you know what's funny that somebody recorded it and I posted it. It was back when I think you only put like 15 seconds or something on your page on Instagram. Yeah. And I posted it. I was on it, and then next day I wake up in the morning and then Instagram banned they gave me like I couldn't log in my account. I was like, what's happening? Yeah, and they're like, oh, you've been banned for X amount of time. And I was like, oh shit, like I thought it was like for violence, you know?
She probably reported it.
No, but then it said for nudity. But it's because while we were fighting, her tits were popping out. And like, it was so funny, guys. And then, and it's so crazy because I posted that and then so many people were in my inbox like, thank you for doing that. I fucking hate that bitch. Oh, she did me dirty too. Fuck her. I've always hated her. I knew this day would come. She deserved it. Like a whole ass, like a thank you. No, it's from so many people.
Wow.
I was like tripping out, you know? And then I was like, then next thing you know, I went on Facebook. It's back in the Facebook days. And the bitch is on Facebook saying she fucked me up.
Of course, they always do that. They always do that.
Right. And then I was like, you know what? That was the last time that I decided I was gonna get in a fight over rat beef.
Yeah.
Because if I fight everybody who talks shit about
Exactly.
me, I'm gonna be squabbling every day, you know? And since then I have seen it, so now when I walk in the room, like, I don't gotta even look at any of these bitches if they happen to be in the room. Because if I'm walking in the room, I'm the most respected person in the room, so I win already. Yeah. You know, I don't need to look your way, I don't need to dog you, I don't need to, nothing. Yeah. Like, you seeing me and seeing the way everybody's around me, like, I won. Yeah.
So like I was in that show, we should charge to beat up a bitch, but
I can't do that now because now I don't want to catch
Krystall.
Right.
Have you ever met a hater in person?
Made a hater?
Met a hater in person.
Honestly, people switch up once you're in person, you know what I mean?
Very, very
the only thing I've really seen is when I'm on stage, like someone in the crowd who doesn't, like, who's barely currently discovering me, and then wants to like start making faces or start hating on me. But then I was telling you earlier, I was like, whenever I see someone in the crowd like starting to dog me or talk shit like, what the fuck is this? I go up to them and I start rapping in their face until they're uncomfortable, or until they break, or until they want to leave. And I'm just showing them like I'm not scared of you. I don't care what you gotta say. I know who the fuck I am. I'm on the stage for a reason.
I love that. I love that you do that. It's fucking
and I'm in your face. And you know what always happens? I stare them dead in the eyes.
Yeah.
And they always look away. Always happens. Always fucking always. Mm-hmm.
You know, we did a show, I'm trying to remember where it was. It was up north. And this was like 1992. And we were headlining that show. And there was a guy up in the front. Now, keep in mind, this ticket back then cost like $50 because there was a lot of people on the bill. And it cost like $50. And it was first come, first served, standing room only, just about 500 people there, and he was right in the front. But when we were performing, boo! You guys suck! He was pretending, doing what it's like we stunk, and
Oh my God.
so then my boy, High C, told him stop the music. We're doing our last song, and he goes, this motherfucker right here, and he put him on the fucking spot. His ticket cost $50. We saw him, one of the first guys out there in line, waiting for at least an hour when we drove up, runs to the front just so he can boo us.
Yeah.
Crazy, put him on the fucking spot. And people were like, boo, they just boo his ass.
Yeah.
They started booing him, and before you know it, he was just like, I was only playing, bro. I was only playing.
No, they always say that.
Yeah.
They always say,
Yeah,
"Dude, I was
switch
just
up.
kidding. Why are you gonna get all mad?"
Yeah, we switch up.
Yeah.
Oh, but I've turned a lot of haters into fans, online and in person.
Yes,
You know
yes.
what I mean? Like, there's been times where I'll answer a hater, like I'll straight go at someone and just be like correct them, because they're usually wrong.
Right.
Correct them and then be like, oh, I didn't think you were gonna reply. I'm such a big fan.
Yeah,
And I'm
that's
just
what
like,
happens.
wow. Like, imagine how many people just want your attention. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and then sometimes in person, like you'll see like the people dogging you and stuff or whatever, and then later on, oh, you did so good. Like, and it's
Right.
like, it's rare that
Yeah,
they
no.
just continue.
I've never made a hater in person, but I will say maybe about 3 pages ago, because this is now like my 7th page on Instagram.
Shit.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
and about 3 pages ago, there was one guy every fucking day, and as weird as it may sound, I didn't know how to block the guy.
Oh my god.
You know, and so I finally said like, hey bro, I'll tell you what, here's my number, call me.
That's real.
I have time.
That's real. I have time today.
Yeah. Okay.
I got time.
The guy called like 15 minutes later. He messaged back on the comments, wait till I go on break. So I guess he was at work.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Hating at work.
Yeah.
Bored.
Sneaking out the phone to talk shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Like a fiend, like a cigarette fiend, like, need to smoke during my break. Like, he's like right there, like, need to hate during my break. Like, need to hate during my break. Oh my god.
So he finally calls me and he's hyperventilating.
So glad I'm
He
not
was
there.
scared. He's like, so what's up, man?
No.
What's up? What's up? And I was like, yeah. And I had just woken up and I was like, good morning. What's up, Tony A? And I was like, I don't know, bro. Like, every day you're leaving messages. Like, let's just get to the bottom of this, bro.
Yeah.
You want to meet me somewhere and talk about this? I want you to release all of this. I don't want you to hold all this in. Talk to
Worried
me,
about you, bro.
And he said this, well, I didn't think, like you said, you were gonna reply. He said, but I was always a big fan of yours. I go, you still follow me, bro?
What it is.
I mean, you still follow me? What did I do to you? I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. Go. What did I do to you? And he couldn't say anything. Well,
You can never see
you
anything.
could never say that. I was
Because
like,
what did you do to these people? Nothing.
nothing. I was like, I don't know why you're doing this, bro. I just needed somebody to talk to, bro. And I was hoping you would be there. And I was like, okay.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. But look, here's the thing now, and this is one thing that I've learned, that many times when you reply to a DM or to a comment, for some reason, some of these fans, they think you're not friends.
Oh yeah.
And they feel now like, oh, I know Rev, she always, messages me back. Like, it's not that you're friends, it's just that you're a fan, and she's being kind and courteous and replying to your comment or to your DM, because you have a question, but it's not like we're friends, like, hey, shoot me your number. No, I don't know you like that. We don't know who these people are.
Yeah, there has to be a boundary.
See, and there's people that would judge girls like you and say, oh, they were bitches, they don't ever talk to nobody. No, these are women that don't know you men.
Yeah.
We don't know who you are. There's women that trusted fucking Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy. Look what happened to them.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to look at it from their perspective. They don't know you. A lot of times fans just say, well, she didn't want to take a picture with me, or she didn't reply. She doesn't have to. It would be nice, it would be courteous, but it doesn't always happen that way. See, I'm a man, yeah, bro, what do you want? I'm at the gym every fucking day at 12 o'clock. Go over there, it's in the city of Carson, right across from IKEA. If you got something to say to me, show up there, bro. I even invited guys to come work out with me. Nobody's ever showed up.
Yeah. I will say this though. So I feel like I'm doing something unique for my situation. I know a lot of artists do this, but something that I've created is this like it's a little community on YouTube and I spend time with them every Tuesday, literally, like right now, they're on right now.
Dope.
And I tell them every Tuesday night I'm with them, and I've grown like this kind of like connection with them, and they just kind of like tell me about their lives. I tell them how my week went, stuff like that. And I feel like that's a really cool like thing. I feel like I give to the fans who are who want that connection with me. Like they can have it, but they're gonna have to meet me on my time. You know what I mean? And this is the time I'm willing to give you. And if you want to come through, like you're welcome. You know what I mean? So I don't know why. I just like we just kind of like started doing it, and it's gone, and it's kind of healing for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
it's working.
Yeah, for sure. Like when this year started, it was kind of rough for me actually, and they really helped me through a lot of like life changes happened for me this year, and they helped me through it. You know what I mean? And it's just like having that time. I'll be on there for like 2 hours with them. Just actually they'll ask me questions about me, but then like I'm asking questions about them and stuff, and I'm getting to know them out through the internet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's really interesting because like they're like I enjoy this time every Tuesday with you, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like me too, for real. And it's kind of like a next level of fan and like interaction as an artist. You know what I mean? So. Like that's something new for me for sure. I just started doing it this year, and if someone like online, like in any other platform, like they'll be like, oh yeah, she just wants clout. She's just here for what she's just willing to say whatever like that. Like if you really want to get to know me, like you would be in this community because you can't say I'm not giving you the platform to be around or to share my time with me. Like I am giving you that platform, and those who do want to be around me and share that love, like I'm giving you the space. You know?
That's dope. You read that you go live a lot?
No, I'm trying to do more.
Okay.
I've been trying like the last month, I think, to go live more.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can say yes next time.
I was trying to go live. I only have like 5,000 followers on this page, but I've been blocked. I can't go live because they say things I've been posting.
Oh shit.
What?
Yeah, so I know it's somebody just fucking hating.
Reporting you?
That's all it is. That's how I got all my pages taken down.
For real?
Yeah, that's why I was trying to hire you. But anyways.
Oh yeah, someone reported one of my posts that had nothing to do with what they reported me for. And I'm like, you're just trying to get my video taken down.
Yes.
Like you're trying anything in your power to take it down, and then all I had to do was dispute it because obviously it wasn't what they reported before.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Someone just wants to stop you. Someone always wants to stop you.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start drinking a little bit. Norbert, can you bring me like 2 Coronas? And then Erica, do you feel like having a tequila shot or anything?
No, I'm good.
No, you good? Okay, then I'm gonna drink it by myself then. Okay.
You can cheers with
okay.
Kiki.
Yes.
Okay, pero, I don't want to say her name, pero ella también quiere. Ahí está. Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
Can I shout you out?
Yeah.
Hey, Bella the rapper is in the house. Andrea
Give me a small tequila bottle, bro.
and Erica from B&B.
Hold on.
She's like, I'm holding it.
The
baby girl.
Come poke your head in here real quick. You two come. These are the homegirls right here.
We out here.
Beautiful.
Supporting our fucking Latinas.
Yes, baby.
Yes, that female empowerment.
Exactly.
You know what it do. If you really out here, you know what's up.
And they make music too. Check them out. Bella the rapper and Drea.
Absolutely. Muchas gracias. We'll bring them back at the end. Okay, so now, Norbert, did you bring me that tequila bottle?
No.
It's on the door, por favor,
Oh,
please.
okay, I got you right.
It's just on the door, pero, because I'm gonna take a quick shot before we start bringing up the song.
Okay.
The song. But, okay, now, okay, I had another question before that. Now, producers that are out there watching, I know you already have a DJ, okay,
That's DJ Lala.
and let me tell you something. When I see a girl DJ, to me, how do I say it? It was a blessing to see her behind the turntables.
Oh, that's why you said that.
It was, and I'll tell you why. Because just talk to me one. Thank you. It was a blessing because growing up, you wish to see that. it brought us DJs joy when we saw a woman not only DJing, but also performing, rapping, or whatever.
Yeah.
And this is why I love interviewing women like yourself, because we have them now, but yet there's, the love is always gonna outweigh the bad. But the people that go out of their way just to hate, that's what, it just makes us all look bad.
Yeah.
You know, because you know what people say, they can't even get along with themselves. And it's not us not getting along, it's certain people that are just bringing a bunch of bullshit
Yeah.
to your page and talking negative. But now, when I saw her on the turntables at To Live and Die in LA, she was cutting and scratching, I was like, wow, that's so fucking dope. That
Yeah.
is so dope.
Yeah, she gets down.
Do-
She's actually a B girl too.
Oh yeah, I believe,
Yeah.
I recognize her style.